So how did it all started? My friend named Respite met someone on Fiatan named Alec in middle 2024, also known as NIC slash Alec. Wes invited Alec to his discussion with other people. Wes was already dating Alec at the time, but as Alec was spending more time in the server, he became more weird and fucked it up as the years went on.
I was 14 at the time. One of my friends introduced me to this one server that's not active, it's just famous. It was Alec. In my young self, I had a crush on Alec. I somehow managed to start dating Alec. Not even, me and Alec was just, talk, having a fun time. Until things get unsettling. Alec was in the bathroom. I was on my phone talking with him, like always. Until he was like, oh, wanna see my or something like that. I have bad memory. I cannot remember correctly, so I'm trying my best. I'm like, what? And he was pushing me into saying yes to, and then he saw me and I was like, oh, I was like, blushing and all this shit as a kid, right? And then he did it again, and then like that stuff happened, and then like few weeks goes by, everyone's at the voice side. Alex started to feel bad and like do some horrible stuff, I guess, like self-harm and other bullshit.
I want to first give an overview from my perspective from the beginning to the end. But I met Alec around late December of 2024. I got to know him through a friend I just made, and we became good buddies. He was a supporter of my art, and we really got along, always chatting and calling with our friends group. It started around March 18, 2025, when we first DM'd each other. He showed me his artwork that he made of my OC, and we started discussing about my music, how much he enjoyed it, the typical conversation that you'd really expect from two friends. So around that time, he was mentally rough and texted me saying,
"Hey, I wanted to let you know you're one of the coolest guys I have ever met. You got me into a lot of stuff that now I enjoy. And you have inspired me so much. I am going to still be listening to your music as usual. But I'm going to let you know I'm never coming back. You made me happy and able to distance myself from things. Thank you."
Which I was, of course, emotional over because our relationship really mattered to me. I texted him back saying how much he matters to me, and I'm hoping that he didn't go through this, and unfortunately, they didn't. But after that, they started opening up to me, venting about their issues and how people were against them. Being the empathetic person I was, I always was there for him, showed how much I cared in sport. Eventually, we made a bond for each other, just chatting back and forth about our interests, events, issues, normal things in general. But when it truly started, it was recently when I got Gmod. I told him about it, and being the friends we were, we decided to play together. We started as usual, goofed off, talk, messed around, and kept coming back day after day, just playing, spending time with each other. And it even led to us flirting and hinting that we liked each other. But we didn't actually express our feelings until late May, going back and forth about how much we had feelings for each other and being all lovey-dovey like usual new couples when they first start dating. Around this time, I started venting about my issues with him. trusting that he wouldn't hurt me and someone to go to. Knowing that I have really bad trust issues, very vulnerable, and countless other reasons. And also, another common trope that I see Alec doing with their partners is making them do a BDSM test. With everyone experienced with him, everyone had to try it for him, and I am no different. As we continued doing all the usual activities, he began being more dry with me and spending more time with another guy by the name of Jaren. I've been suspicious of their friendship for a long while, mainly due to them always having matching PFVs on TikTok, being on calls a lot, always having to bring them up in every conversation that we had, their behavior, and other factors that I have may forgot. But at the time, I thought I was the problem. I thought I wasn't talkative enough, fun enough, timid, awkward, and I am just in general not the charming person I was. And I thought that because I was on call with him on a server, and I was too shy to say a word at the time. And whenever someone joined, they would have a full conversation while I stood there embarrassed. I was too scared to say anything. I felt like I was going to slip at any minute the second I opened my mouth. So, of course, being me at the time, I hated myself for that. I asked everyone I knew if they could give me tips on how to talk to people because I seriously thought it had to do something with me. Even when I tried my best to be talkative with him, always texting him, trying to check up on him, the usual things I do, whatever I want to talk to my partner. But as it went, the more he appeared less excited. But when it all started, it was around early June. And he did it for his birthday. I was on vacation at the time, and I just wanted to text him before my phone died. And although I had no clue what was to come, when I come back to the hotel where we were staying, I checked my phone and saw that Jaren, I assume his current boyfriend now, had their status as my BF's birthday is tomorrow. I started fuming. Everything that I suspected and worried was true all along. So I immediately went to Alex's DM and started to go berserk on him about how much I cared about him and how much I was mistreated. I was angry and sad at the moment because I seriously thought we could have been something, and my fear was coming to life. After arguing, he started guilt tripping, which I always tend to fall for, especially when the person doing it is someone I care about. I get worried easily, so at the time, I tried everything to make things better. So I may have been really scared and worried that he might self-harm and end his life. After all that happened, I still talked to him once in a while, just talking about their art, their projects. I have no clue why I still stayed with him, even when he hurt me. I have attachment issues, and I seriously couldn't let go, even when they did more harm than good. We stopped talking afterwards, and we haven't spoken due to drama between our friend group.
Hello, Westby. How are you?
Hello. I'm good.
Do you want to introduce yourself or not?
I'm West. I make music. I like chicken. I like to eat chicken, I guess. And that's all.
Okay. So, how did you met with Alec?
So I was on VR chat in a world. I was the only one in the world, and then someone joined, and that was Alec. And so we were like chatting and stuff. And then he was like talking about how he made music, and he taught me how to like get like something that like a doll or something. Like, and so he told me to get like his like a doll. I don't know how to explain things, like something you make music on, and that was Soundtrap, I think. It was such a bad app, but he made music on there, and so I started making music too, and we had a lot in common, like same music taste at the time. We were both furries and stuff, and he added me and we became friends. And after a while of talking, one day he confessed to me, and I didn't know what to say. I was scared of dating at the time because of my past like relationships, and he like he basically just like confessed to me, and he was like nice and stuff, and I was kind of having like a feeling that I liked him too, so I just said yes. And so we were dating for like a couple months or something, and his VR got taken away, so we switched to Discord, and I invited him to my server that had like a very few people in it, and like it grew, and as more people started joining, he became like more weird and stuff, you know. Anyways, that's basically how we like met and stuff.
What was your experience with dating Alec?
So it was all good. We were all like lovey-dovey, and it was like just a good relationship until we met until he met some of my friends, like you guys, basically like the friend group. I don't know if I should say his name because I don't know if he wants me to say his name in here, but I'll just say so. Him and Alex started getting like a little bit closer with each other. They were playing Minecraft a lot while I was just in VC. And so they became closer with each other. They started playing Minecraft more, and he like told me that he had a crush on me, and that obviously did not make me feel really safe. And so I was like okay with it anyways, and I was pretending to be okay with it, and I didn't really know what being poly was at the time, so I was poly too, but it wasn't really poly. It was just cheating because he decided to like get with me, get with you, get with Jonax, Jaren, all these other people, and so I didn't really feel comfortable with him, and it was just making me a little bit sad, and so I became poly too, because if he's not gonna love me, then I'm not gonna love him either. Like, basically the definition of being poly is like, this might be right, I don't know if it's correct, but if someone's dating like more than one person, and like everyone in that relationship is dating each other, then that's poly. But if it's just one person dating a bunch of people, that's just blatantly cheating with permission. And so later on he started being like a little more sexual to me, and I was okay with it, but sometimes he's made me feel a little weird because I had to turn my camera on and we were doing like weird shit on call, and that made me like kind of feel weird in my own body sometimes or something, like just doing that stuff. What else did he do? He would show his cuts to me sometimes. He would censor it, but I still didn't really want to see it. And he would just like, whenever I spoke up to him once and I said, I feel like you don't love me enough. And then he started like sending, anime girl gifts for some reason. He started being like, well, I do. And he started being sexual about that. And he didn't even come for me about it. He didn't even try to help me. And that was just weird, I feel like. So, yeah, that's like kind of most of the things he did. No, I'm not that good at explaining.
What was the worst thing that has ever happened to you with Alec?
Basically just manipulating. After we broke up, and a year later he started going to his other partners saying he wanted to like kill me. He wanted me dead, and I did nothing to him, by the way. He did a lot of things to me. And I don't say those things about him still, but he says those things about me for some reason. And this just like manipulating stuff, and how he's cheated on me a lot and I didn't even realize it.
How did the relationship with Alec ended?
Let me find it actually, because from what I can remember. Actually, no, I can't find it. But from what I remember, no, I was the one who broke up with him. I once said, hey, I kind of want to break up with you. I'm losing interest and all that stuff, and we just broke up, and we stayed friends for a bit until he deleted his server, banned everyone from my server, and started victimizing himself and saying that we manipulated him, like our friend group, manipulated him, even though his friend group and he just was really weird and manipulated us.
How did you feel after this Alex situation ended?
Like after he deleted his server, I felt free in some way. Like I missed him, but I felt free because this was going on for almost 2 years. By the way, I met him in like early 2024, and it was like already a year. But if it went on another year, then it would have like been 2 years.
And what do you think about Alex right now?
I think he's just weird. He's like fucking 18, scamming people on the internet. Only God knows he could still be doing weird shit that he did to us. I think he's just straight up weird. He's a manipulator. Not to mention the fact he called me a quote-unquote rude, arrogant ass, even though he's victimizing himself. It's just stupid. I don't get why.
What do you want
Why
to
he
say?
does it.
What do you want to say to the viewers?
Be safe. Don't get into any shit like this. If you do, just block them immediately. Try to stay safe, everyone. Cause I care about everyone and I don't want anyone going through what I had to experience.
Thank you very much for this conversation with Alec. I know